guys, what is up? It is Laura from Laura Marie Plans, and I am back today with another weekly plan with me. I'm so excited to get into this week's plan with me. I'm planning for the week of the 16th of June through the 22nd in my Aura Estelle A5 Wide Cloud Planner using my Caress Press 2025 inserts. And this week, I'm so excited to be using the kit called Homecomin from Café with Anna. I love Anna's shop so much. It has quickly become my favorite shop in the community at this current time. Just the continual representation and inclusion and how she is as a shop owner. She's been donating some of her proceeds and just the way she maneuvers herself in the planning community. I have nothing but utmost respect for her. So I had to use this kit, not only because this kit was perfect for seeing Kendrick this week. We did see Kendrick and SZA and went to the Grand National Tour in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday the 18th, but Thursday the 19th was Juneteenth, and Anna actually got help. She didn't get me the tickets, but she helped out with giving me a little tips on getting the tickets, which was so helpful because when they first came out, they were kind of hard to get. I think as time went on, they were pretty easy and on resale. Like my cousin ended up coming and meeting us, and he got them on resale for pretty easily and for cheaper, but we had amazing seats. We were in the club level of the Commander Stadium, which they had just redone, so it was quite nice. But yeah, the concert was so amazing. And since Anna did have a part in helping me get these tickets, I of course had to use one of her kits because I just feel like her kits are amazing. And also she did remind me that the colors of this kit are the Juneteenth flag colors, which I love. But yeah, I love this. I think this totally gives Howard University vibes. I didn't actually ask if that was her goal, but Howard University is right in DC and it's a beautiful campus, but also just the stadium vibes of this are perfect because it was a stadium tour. So we were at the Commanders football stadium. Obviously it's not football season, but it just made sense with the marching band and everything. So I had a lot of fun with this spread. I did color block and I ended up mixing up the blue and red. The initial colors are blue, red, blue, but I did blue, red to kind of mix it up. And for my underlays, I use solid navy from Plana Hannah with her music note overlays. I use some pixie red and some in ice. And throughout the spread, I do use a lot of pixie red. That is mainly what I focused on. I don't have too much ice in my collection, and I feel like I have a lot of pixie red. I probably should have pulled more ice, but I kind of just didn't. So hopefully it looks okay. I did have a problem with the underlays because of how I placed the boxes. I didn't complete the pattern that I wanted to of the every other for the underlay overlays. The second layer of the underlays, the music notes. So Friday is all ice underlays, and it does bother me, but I know when I put stickers on, it's not going to be noticeable, and by the time I do my flip through at the end of the year, I'm going to forget about it. So it's no big deal. I can't stress about it. It is what it is. But basically, when I do two foil underlay moments like this, I only buy one sheet of each color because I'm not going to be wasteful. I'm not going to waste my money. And sometimes the pattern doesn't work out. Especially depending on your box placement. And I do have 2 extenders this week, so it just didn't work out, and it's fine. It's going to be okay, but that is my explanation on that. But yeah, all my foil is from Plana Hannah. I love Hannah's shop. You can use the code Laura15 to save 15% off or mention my name, Laura, in the notes if there's a sale going on to get my current freebie, which just changed in the month of July. And it's a cute little AAPI kind of freebie, but not really. Like if you love Asian food, which I feel like everyone does, then you'll be able to relate, and it's super cute. So definitely check that out. It's on Plana Hannah's Instagram, or you can check out my Instagram, Laura Marie Plans. But I'm super excited to get into this spread. I did have a bunch of custom quotes from Hannah's shop, which I love. I just tell her the font and where I want them, and she fixes them up for me. So on the sidebar, I put mustard on the side of the GNX album, which I thought was so cute and perfect for the sidebar. I put All My Life I Want Money and Power. He did perform that and it was really good. He performed all these songs, honestly. They Not Like Us and Squabble Up. And I did use some music note overlays as well from Hannah's shop that I thought were super cute in Pixie Red. We also did see Les Mis this week, and my initial intention of this week, because we did get the Les Mis tickets first, was to use the theater kit, the old theater art from Kitness Jess, and I got a Les Mis box. I think Christy from Christy Plan sent it to me, which was so nice, but I did end up using this kit to not only represent Kendrick and SZA and going to that concert, but also Juneteenth. It just made more sense, and Les Mis was kind of like, I mean, we went to the Kennedy Center, which, if you don't know, someone new owns that, and we did have box seats, and our box seats were right next to the presidential sealed ones that he just went to Les Mis and saw. And it's just a tragedy because I grew up going to the Kennedy Center all the time, and I've seen Les Mis there a million times, which is also another reason why I was like, I'd rather use this kit for Kendrick, because seeing Kendrick is more rare for me personally. But yeah, it's just sad where the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. stands now. But I won't get into that. But we did see Les Mis. It was amazing as usual. I love Les Mis. It's definitely one of my favorite musicals. And yeah, so the music notes just made sense for this week because it was a very musically inclined and cultural week for me and Jake. And yeah, I'm going to get into this day by day. I did have Pixie Red customs from Plana Hannah's shop that I pulled from in Font Choice 15. And then I did pull a lot of red icons and doodles. So like I said, it's kind of heavy on the red. So we'll see how it looks, I guess. But yeah. Okay, so on Monday, I did work this day, so I will mark that. I haven't used a Café with Anna kit in a hot minute, so there may be some like adjusting and acclimating myself I need to do, but I did work, and then I had a meeting. This is kind of cute. Let's use this. I like there's different things in this meeting. And then it was very rainy this whole week. And now the current week we're in, it is a freaking heat wave. So love that. It's like so hot right now for the week we're in. But yeah, it was very, very rainy, but I do not mind the rain anymore because my plants love it, and I have a growing garden. So I worked. These doodles that I pull from in red are from SPC. Had a meeting. I feel like it works because more of the colors are blue. I use less red on the weekly spread. Like there's less red color block. I don't know. I'm trying to justify it. Bad Storm. That's a script from Carly Plan's weather sampler sheet. And then I did do some planning. So I'll mark that. And then I watched Love Island, binge that. I think I was catching up at this point. I am now more than caught up. But I'll put that in. And then Jake and I played Wingspan Asia, which is our current obsession. is Wingspan Asia. I think Wingspan Asia is duet, like duo, like two people. But we play, yeah, it's a perfect like 2-player game. I think you can play 1-player too. I don't know if you can play it more than 2-player, but we've been really into it. And usually I feel like most games we play, Jake beats me, but Wingspan Asia, I actually hold my own and consistently do better than him for the most part. There's some games where he beats me, but for the most part, I'm the one winning. So yeah, it's been a fun little time. It's a fun game because there's so many options. So no matter what, like you're never playing the same exact game again. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I highly recommend, especially if you need like a fun duo game. So we played Wingspan Asia. We've been playing it a lot. Did we play it a lot this week too? Yeah, we did. Okay. It's been a thing. It's been a thing for a while. On Tuesday, I slept in this day. So I'm going to put that in here. And then I had a meeting. So I'll put that in here. Wait, what color? Oh, I'm not using that red. My bad. My bad. I'm using this red. Okay, I slept in. I had a meeting. Stickers, like. Okay, sorry. So I slept in, I had a meeting, and then we walked Ollie, and then I did work. So for walking Ollie, I'll use this guy. Actually, I can probably use a label. Let's use a label. Walked Ollie, and then I worked. I'll use this for work. Wait, that's not the same color. This isn't the same color either. Why am I doing that? Oh my God. Am I good? Am I good? Okay, this for meeting. And then we just need something for work. Squish that in. Okay, sorry about that. So I slept in. I have this ginormous bed icon from SPC that is white that I thought would work. Sleep in, had a meeting, SPC doodle. All these pixie red scripts are from my Plan a Hannah custom. Oh, sorry, I didn't work. I voted. So I'm gonna put that in. It's important to vote, especially if you're unhappy with how the current state of things are. Is this the right red? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm like second guessing myself like crazy now. And then I did work, so I'll mark that. And then we went to my parents this day. We did go to my parents because the stadium is in Maryland and it was in the middle of the workday and it was just easier to go from there. And then also my parents could watch Ollie, so it just worked out better that way. So we stayed the night at my parents because the concert was the next day and we both had work and Jake had to go into work physically. And his work is like he could go from my parents' house. It did take a little bit longer, but it's closer to the border of Maryland. It's still in Virginia, but it's closer to the border of Maryland. So he went into work on Wednesday and I just worked from home. And then we went to the concert, but yeah, the stadium is in Maryland and it just becomes like a whole thing when we have to go, because it's just a lot of traveling since we're in Virginia. So I'm excited for them to move it to RFK in Washington, D.C., hopefully, because I'm a tired girl. Okay, so I went to my parents and then I watched Love Island this night at their house and rotted. On Wednesday, this was the day of the concert, so I worked in the morning. So I'm going to mark that here, put that in here for work. And then I napped, and then I had a meeting. So napped, and then had a meeting. Mark that here. Okay. For work, I'm using these Once More With Love Lego stickers that I feel like I can never use because of the colors. I especially try and stay away from red, white, and blue spreads now more than ever. But I feel like for this being the Juneteenth flag colors, it makes sense. And obviously for this spread, it just makes sense. I don't mind. But mostly I try and stay away from red, white, and blue. So I'm trying to use up some of these Lego stickers because I feel like I can never use them. And they're perfect for marking work because all my clients be playing with Legos. I napped and then I had a meeting and then we did drive. It did take us a gosh darn long time to get into where we were going. It's still far. So we drove for like 2 hours. And then we were with our BFF Jawan and then Jake's dad. It was so funny. Everyone thought it was so funny that Jake's dad came with us, but he loves music and just like it just makes sense that he came with us. Like, he's just very hip like that. My parents were like, oh my God, he likes rap, because my parents don't like rap at all. But it was just like, he just loves good music. And like, Kendrick is the guy. Like, you have to see him. And he appreciates a good concert. And it was a good concert. So, of course, he came. And he did so much for us that day. He like brought us food and drinks and just like, he goes to so many concerts himself. So he just knew the vibes because me, Jake, and Jawan were kind of amateurs. So hung out with them. I got all these customs preemptively from Planet Hannah because I knew I was going with them. And then we went to see Kendrick. We also saw SZA. I wasn't really there for SZA, but she was amazing. I was very, very impressed. But damn, there were a lot of teenagers there for SZA. It was crazy. I did not realize that she was the new it girl of that generation, which good for her. I love it for her. It was crazy. Those girls were screaming for her. And yeah, we were all kind of surprised by that. But yeah, we were so tired after. It was just a lot of walking. Like, being in a stadium is just so much more. I feel like we were walking everywhere, it felt like. So we were exhausted. I hung out with the dogs, Mochi and Ollie, this night, and just enjoyed some time with them. Mochi is literally obsessed with me. Like, not to be like conceited. She's just lives, breathes, dies me. Like, she just loves me. I love bombed her when she came into the universe, and she just loves me so much. So I hung out with Mochi, and then we watched Love Island. I watched Love Island and rotted, as I do. But yeah, Kendrick and SZA were super, super good. It was a really, really good time. I had a blast. And Jake loves Kendrick. He is like his favorite artist for sure. So it was just really important that we went. Also, my cousin ended up getting tickets, so we saw him, which was fun. He sat somewhere else with his friends, but we did go up and see him. And yeah, it was just a really good time. So that was that for the first part of the week. Okay, on to Thursday. It was Juneteenth this day. So I actually did have the day off. I didn't think I was going to, but I ended up having the day off. So yeah, I was gonna work it, but none of my clients had sessions basically, so I just had the day off and took it off. So it was Juneteenth, and then we drove back to Virginia because we spent the night at my parents' house because we came home super late from the concert. And then I did have a meeting this day. I had a scary meeting. I had not a scary meeting, but I had to meet with an insurance provider to give detail on why my client requested so many hours for therapy. And it was just I was scared, but it was not bad. So yeah, but that was the one thing I had to do this day. So I was just anxious about it all day and basically all week, to be honest. But yeah, it was not bad. And it literally was less than half an hour long. I thought it was going to be an hour. So yeah, meeting, and then I watched Love Island and 90 Days. So just watched my TV shows as I do. So I'll mark that. And then I planned and then journaled. Just basically the same thing. Okay. Planned, journaled, and then I filmed, edited, and uploaded this night. I will say Café with Anna's kits do come with quite a lot. As a maximalist planner, I feel like her stuff is super, super usable. This is not my first time using one of her kits, so. Okay, I watched TV. I planned. I journaled, and then I filmed, edited, and uploaded. And these sparkly red icons are super old school from SBC, in case you're curious. Sorry if you couldn't see that. Okay, on to Friday, my other extender day, which we need to cover up some of this ice. I had a physical therapy intake this day for my ankle that's been causing me pain. So I went in for that bright and early. And then the exterminator did come to our house while I was gone, so I marked that. And then I did get McDonald's for breakfast because I'm a fatty. Okay, so physical therapy intake. I did start physical therapy. This was my intake this day. The exterminator came to our house for the weekly check-in, and then I got McDonald's. Okay, then I worked all day. I had such a busy day of work. So let's mark that. Work. And then after work, me, Jake, and Oliver walked around this little shopping area with food and restaurants and stuff. So we went there, and then we got takeout falafel, which was super good, from this place called Falafel Inc. It was very good. So yeah, we just walked around They had lots of shops. The streets were closed off because there's so many people because it's like summer. Yeah. So I worked, hung out with Oliver and Jake. I did pull out not a good sticker for the takeout, so I'm going to put that in later because I pulled out an icon and I need something else for this. So I'll put something in later. And then we came home and I watched Love Island, baby. So I'll put that in here. And then we had a dog get dropped off with us for the weekend. So I marked that. And then Jake and I played Wingspan Asia once again this night. So I'll put that in here. Okay. So for Love Island, I use the little cheers glasses. I don't drink myself, so the best way for me to get use out of them is for marking a show like Love Island. Ozzy, our BFF, got dropped off this day, and we watched him this weekend. And then me and Jake did play Wingspan Asia this night. Then on to Saturday, we did go to the Kennedy Center. And we saw Les Mis. So I couldn't use one of these for the Kendrick Day because it was light blue, but I am going to use this for Les Mis because I feel like it's really cute. I like this better than the other ones with like the other curvy thing because I just feel like it gets in the way and it's hard to put in my planner. And then we went with my parents. But they also had like friends there and stuff. So we just hung out with them after. I don't want to use that. I don't have any more red label. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong red again. What is wrong with me? Okay, do this. And then I guess we'll have to cut one because I don't really have anything else to use. So I'll just cut one, which is totally fine. That is why they invented scissors. Okay. So yeah, we just hung out with my parents and some of their friends. Their friends are actually the ones who got us the tickets, which was really nice. This Kennedy Center thing that I'm using from Paper Shiner is like an art museum sticker, but I felt like it worked because the Kennedy Center be like that. It gives art museum vibes in a way. We saw Les Mis and then hung out. We ate with my parents and their friends at the Kennedy Center after. And then afterwards, we came home and we took the dogs to the park because Ozzy, the dog we were watching, is super high energy and he was like crying the whole time we were gone. So we took them to the park, and then I did watch 90 Day Fiancé this day. So I will put that in here, I guess. A big box. And then this day was a really tragic day because the president of the United States decided to, upon himself, just drop a bomb for world peace. Like, that ever causes world peace. So I was very, very annoyed this day. I was in my feelings. It was really just not sitting well with me that I was in the safety of my own home and people across the world were dying. So I have a sticker for that. I just forgot to pull it. Then on Sunday, finally, Ozzy got picked up. The dog we were watching got picked up. So I will mark that. And then, oh, this was my day of beauty appointment. So I went and got my, I'm actually going to use something else for this because I'd rather mark my beauty appointments nice and big. Ozzy got picked up while I was at my beauty appointments, I should add. But yeah, I did get waxed. And then I got my nails done. These new nails I have now that I'm pretty sure are the same color of the nails that I had before. And yeah, Ozzy got picked up. I'm gonna just make this a little bit more even. Perfect. Okay. So marking the dog pickup. And then had got my nails done. And then got waxed. I think this is wax. I don't know. Let me know if that's wax or not. It looks like wax to me. And then I got takeout for dinner this night that Jake had suggested. So I'm going to mark that. And then Jake and I did cuddle, and then we watched Love Island. And that is that for my crazy busy week. It was quite a busy week, to be honest. Like in my monthly, I know I will have a lot going on this week, but it was fun. No regrets. The concert was amazing. Les Mis was amazing. And I'm glad I got to use this kit for the occasion and that it matches with the Juneteenth vibes. Yeah, let me know if you think I used too much Pixie Red. I really did not pull in a lot of ice, but I feel like it's fine because the underlays ended up being very icy. I'm going to pull in the rest of my stickers, fill some out with my pen, as well as pull in some mini deco that I have from the washi sheet, and I'll be back. Alrighty guys, I went ahead and put on the bow deco as well as filled out some things. I added like this cute once more with love sticker that's mad at the world, which is very relatable. And yeah, I think this turned out super cute. I'm not mad at all the red. I do feel like the ice underlays are pretty obvious more than like the pixie red. So I feel like the pixie red scripts and icons is totally fine. And like, obviously it all matches and blends together. And I just think it's really cute. And we'll just forget that some of these underlays over here in this section are a little not in the pattern, but I think this turned out really, really cute. I love this kit. I love this art. This was custom art that Cafe with Anna did. She has been coming out with such fire custom art. I highly recommend checking her out because she really just does it all and is so representative of so many people in this community. And I just would love for more people to support her and her shop because she's amazing and she's doing great things for this community and like honestly keeping it alive for a lot of us. So I love Anna. Thank you so much for helping me get the tickets. Thank you for this beautiful art. This is so freaking cute. I'm going to show you guys what I have left over. Again, I thought this was so cute. If you don't know what the Juneteenth flag looks like, definitely look it up because it is a lot of these colors. And yeah, this was just so cute. I'm so happy I got to use this and use Anna's art for Juneteenth as well as seeing Kendrick. I'm so lucky Kendrick came to DC the day before Juneteenth. I feel like it was perfect. Also, we had the day off after, which was nice. And yeah, it was just a great week. And Les Mis was amazing as well. Great old time there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this spread. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I do post my Plan With Me's weekly and other videos as well. And yeah, follow me on my planner Instagram to see up close videos and pictures of this spread, as well as all the other spreads I do. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.